I'm a kid from a small town. People wonder what it's like to speak to arenas full of people, to travel the country, working hard every day to inspire people. I'm on a mission to say that with deep motivation and high performance habits, you can be extraordinary. This is what it looks and feels like to be me, Brendon Burchard.
Through your mind, 30 minutes before you're going on stage to 20,000 people.
Make producers happy. Number one, whoever's putting on the show, just absolutely celebrate them, honor them because they gave you the opportunity. Number two, don't think about yourself. And right now, I'm getting excited. Like I feel anxiety like anybody else does, but my whole thing right now is like, I just want to have fun. I want them to have fun. I want them to have takeaways. I want them to be inspired. And it's a total focus on them. That's it. So now I just remind myself to be a geek because it's so easy to be on stage and be like, la, 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 la. Instead, I want to go on stage and be real, but allow myself to geek out about the things that are important to me, and show them my enthusiasm for what I'm teaching, for what I care about, and really just connect with their heart at one level, but then also make the speech like this. I want them laughing, I want them surprised, I want them deep in their heart, I want them thinking about their family, I want them thinking about their career. So the whole speech should just move and dance, and that only happens if you can be loose and happy and enthusiastic for what you're doing. So.
Okay, hey y'all, it's a quick update from the road on the book tour for my new book, High Performance Habits, How Extraordinary People Become That Way. And I thought I'd give you a little inside look. I don't know if you've ever been on a book tour, but I thought I'd give you sort of a look at it. The last couple weeks, it has been all hands on deck as I've traveled everywhere, starting to share the message about high performance habits. It's a book about the 6 habits that most correlate with your ability to succeed over the long term. So not just about, what gets you in the game with initial success, but what helps you maintain long-term success in your career, in your health, in your personal relationships. And what's powerful is we conducted the world's largest and certainly most comprehensive study of high performers worldwide. What are the habits that they do deliberately and consistently that allow them to succeed? Anyway, I've been talking about that and I thought I'd give you an inside look at the tour. I went out to Los Angeles and did interviews with Larry King and Lewis Howes. And then I went and met with my Oprah Winfrey Network friends to talk about our new course. And then it was just, speech after speech. I went to and spoke to 20,000 people at the Superdome in New Orleans. Went and spoke to 20,000 people in Los Angeles at the Anaheim Convention Center. Just getting back to speaking to another 1,000-some people on the East Coast. And I'm telling you, it's been such a blessing to share this message and see its impact with people. And with that, I thought I'd give you a little bit of tour. Let me walk you through my last couple of weeks. I thought you'd get a kick out of it. We start with my trip to Los Angeles. Okay, we're in LA, and I'm heading over to Larry King's show to do an interview for High Performance Habits, which we're stoked about. It's probably the 5th or 6th time I've done an interview with Larry, either me interviewing him or him interviewing me, and I still feel like I'm gonna throw up. It could be the Huevos Rancheros, but I definitely am a little concerned about it, but it'll be great. I've got Jess Manny with me and the guys from Kajabi. What's up, guys? Hello! Hey. Got my suit on, good to go. This is kind of the cool back area that he's got all these amazing celebrities up on the wall, and it's super cool in here. And I'll show you the studio real fast. So I'll show you inside here. Thanks, guys.
Welcome to Larry King Now. Our special guest is one of my good friends and one of the most talented people I know, Brendon Burchard. He's one of the most successful coaches in the world today. Brendon is a New York Times best-selling author whose videos have been viewed over 100 million times online. Today we'll be talking about his new book, High Performance Habits, How Extraordinary People Become That Way. When's it coming out?
September 19th.
Look, you're a busy man. Do you deal with anxiety, and how do you cope?
I used to deal with anxiety, a lot of it, especially before a big speech or an interview. I still get nervous all the time. And like Bruce Springsteen says, you know, he'd retire if he didn't feel nervous backstage. So I think it's really important that sometimes nerves are okay.
Great talking with you, Brendan.
Great seeing you.
Brendan Burchard, the book High Performance Habits, How Extraordinary People Become That Way. It's coming your way in September. And you can find me on Twitter at King's Things. I'll see you next time.
I never know what I'm saying, you know? Okay, so we did it. Finished. Awesome time with Larry King as always. He's been such a huge inspiration of my life. So being in his studio and getting to do an interview with him and doing courses together has been a huge honor of my life, and I hope you guys enjoy the evening.
Make sure you pick it up. You can get it pre-ordered on Amazon right now. High Performance Habits. This book is going to change your life. Go get it right now. High Performance Habits. Make sure you go follow Brendan right now on Instagram.
I love you, Lewis!
And say hi.
I love you! I love Lewis House!
Perfect. Welcome everyone back to the School of Greatness podcast. We have an exceptional human being, Brendan Burchard, in the house. Good
My
to see you,
man. Such an honor to be here.
I'm very excited for
Me
this.
too.
I'm excited to talk about your new book, among many things, which is called High Performance Habits, How Extraordinary People Become That Way. So if you haven't already picked this up, I've already been talking about it, make sure you go get it right now on Amazon. You can go to brendan.com, you can go to Barnes & Noble, you can go anywhere where books are sold. Get this book. You spent the last 2-3 years researching consistently, constantly on how people become extraordinary.
Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with greatness.
I know, you love this
And
stuff.
how
This is
people
why I knew
do
this
it.
interview was gonna be amazing. It's like, we could vibe on this all day long.
Exactly. I probably haven't done the in detailed research, like the scientific.
Yeah.
There you go. Bring your show. Appreciate it.
It's a mess in my room this morning, and it super sucks because I'm crazy sick right now, and being on the road when you're sick and speaking can be brutal, especially, you know, this week I so wanted to enjoy it because I get to it's kind of the first time I get to talk about high performance habits, but oh my gosh, I'm barely alive. So I've got some kind of crazy cold, and I got to do the interview with Larry King this week, and Lewis Howes and the Oprah Winfrey Network, Success Magazine, Beachbody, like all these big meetings while I'm out on the road, and I don't feel good. But it's kind of like that's part of the journey a little bit, is you don't really get the choice when you're trying to lead others of like how you feel sometimes. Naturally, you have to summon and generate the energy you want. So I'm a mess right now, but I'm gonna do about 20 minutes of yoga, hit a really cold shower to wake myself up, do some calisthenic stretches and some body qigong to open up my body and my meridians, and iron a few shirts, and then I'm gonna hit the road. And today we're heading over to the Oprah Winfrey Network to talk about the launch of another one of my new courses with them called Reignite Your Life. And so when you go to meet with the Oprah team, you don't wanna look like this. So it's time to get ready.
Hi, Teresa, nice to meet you.
So my favorite thing about the OWN headquarters here, for sure, is the design is beautiful, but also on all of the walls, they have this huge, I mean, look how huge this is, right? Pictures of Oprah. Over here, there's Oprah with Maya Angelou, who I love, so if you shoot that over there, that's super cool. These are huge posters. It's just, it's really beautiful because it captures the spirit of her show, and we love that about this entire place. So it's always an honor to be here and be working on the courses with the Oprah team because they're caring, they're compassionate, they're the best practice in the world. They've advised me a lot my brand, and I really love it. I don't know, day 2 or 3 of our meetings in Los Angeles, which I'm so excited about. And today I am hanging out with Beachbody. where my famed friends Tony Horton created P90X, and Chalene Johnson created TurboFire and TurboKick and Payo. Most of America has worked out with somebody from Beachbody. So I'm hanging out with them, talking with our CEO today about how we can help them with some online marketing. And also, I'm speaking at their convention to like 25,000 people at the Superdome. So it's a kind of a conversation about what I might be speaking about on stage and about how I might be able to help the company. So this is really cool stuff. I feel like I'm gonna die, which is funny because this is health and fitness today, but I'm still recovering from that cold I told you about. So it's been a long day, long trip in Los Angeles, but I'm super stoked. Last meeting, then I get to go home to my lady.
How are you?
Good morning, man.
Good to see you.
Seeing you.
So I'm in Minneapolis right now, and I don't really know how this is going to go. My hope is I can fly over to, I think it's Bradley International Airport. My sister can pick me up. She lives near there. Say hello, see my little buddies, my little nephews. You've seen them in the vlog. Then get transported to a helicopter pad somewhere, fly the helicopter down to where my friends are, then go up to New York City to do a series of interviews, including one with Marie Forleo, see the Oprah Winfrey production team. Holy cow, it's a lot. But this is kind of the fun thing when you're doing book launches. You actually never know exactly where you're going to be or what's going to happen, but I kind of love that part of it all. So my buddy heard about this helicopter idea of mine, and this is the text he sent me. And then this more even supportive one right there. All right, let's get on this plane. So it's the next morning, and I am in a car with New York Times best-selling authors Nick Ortner, Alex Ortner, and Jess Ortner.
Well, he's not a New York Times best-selling author yet.
It's 2 out of 3.
Hey,
It's only a matter of
He's an
time.
author.
stop bagging on the non-New York Times best-selling authors, people. Man, just a total, you really got to be qualified these days. So what's
That's why
happening
he's a driver.
is it turned out that it works out, we are able to catch a helicopter to New York today, which is really exciting because it's your first time in a helicopter.
Yes, I'm so excited.
And you look so pretty. You're talking to Cosmo
Thank
today.
you. Yes, I'm speaking at Cosmo and 17 magazine. I happen to have a meeting and I happen to get a helicopter ride there. So
We were
thank
like,
you.
this worked out so good. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
This is gonna be awesome. It's so pretty here. Look how green it is. Oh yeah!
My backpack's back there, right?
Yep. That's the way to fly to New York. Okay, on the streets of New York, just finished an interview with Marie Forleo, which was super awesome, and she's darling. I'll make sure I get you guys a link to it. And I'll tell you what, if you ever do a tour in New York, the main thing is to just enjoy it and to spend a lot of time just walking. And as you're walking around, just be present with everything, because you'll be so good in your interviews when you're present. And nothing like New York to pull you right into paying attention to things. I really enjoy it and love it. Is in the book.
I read it. It's fantastic.
It just works. That means just release tension,
Yep.
set intention. It's just your transitions are where most people's bleeding out their energy and they don't know. And if we can just get you 4 or 5 times of transition really well throughout every morning in the shower.
Because we all don't every day. Let's
Not
talk
every
about-
morning.
No, we do not.
It just doesn't happen.
It does not
doesn't
happen.
I told you, like 24 hours ago, I was staying in a barn in the woods at a friend's house.
Yes.
But the second thing I ask myself in the shower every morning is, what might happen today that could trip me up? And she just showed up for some guacamole.
Hi.
It's Marie Forleo, though. She's the best ever. Marie, thank you for the interview. What did you think?
I thought you did fantastic, and I thought we had a great time. And it was nice to have you in the studio finally, because our last interview was years ago, and it was on Skype. So this is much better. And now someone's calling me, and I'm not gonna.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that look into what we're doing. So I thought I'd show you just highlights from 2 of my recent trips that were just awesome. One was in New Orleans at the Superdome. That was a Beachbody convention. That was about 20,000 people. And then another convention in Los Angeles and Anaheim. So I thought I'd give you a little bit behind the tour source so you can see what it's like to be in my life and to be practicing these high performance habits. Check it out. Team Beachbody. Superdome!
Doing big presentations at 2 venues, so I think it's been easier for the team.
Oh, that's great.
And then Michael.
Oh, good. How you doing? Good. You're in. Darren, nice to meet you. Gary, right there. Okay. Gary, yeah. Hi. Don't assume what's going to happen because you're randomly going to go crazy.
Exactly.
With his leg around, it was like his leg was around me, but I was like, oh, I loved him. And I was like, let's see, the poor guy goes on the stage. It was like, no, this is good. Yep. Are you also doing audio levels?
And when we launch it, we're going to be launching it not just in English, but in Spanish and French.
You inflict your own pain. You're good at that.
Now, I was.
Yeah. Oh, that's working. Yeah. Here, you want me help? It's not awkward. We're totally dressed.
I met your wife, dude.
We're yeah. See. She's great. Yeah, she's
beautiful and she's smart and
yeah.
I don't know what she's doing with you, man.
I don't have a clue.
We got so lucky. You
I
and me.
genuinely don't know what she's doing.
You know, you're all right. You're all right. So I'm gonna do some fun stuff out there. Get them really revved up for you. I need them super revved up. You got a big one here. I should get you.
Yeah, you gotta get me. That's fine.
Oh God. Yep. That's warm.
That'll do you.
That's
great. God, that's really painful.
That one right there.
That's just painful. So that's just painful.
It is. So when I was in San Diego, I'm gonna tell this story because I think it's funny. And we're backstage, and I had never been to one of your events, doing a presentation like that. Mm-hmm. And he's looking at me, he's going, "How you feeling? How you doing?" I go, "I feel good. I feel relaxed." And right before I go on stage, he comes up to me and he says to me, "Don't screw it up." I was like, oh my gosh, man.
I think I could. Let's go like this.
Boom. And then pick up. No, what I was going to do, you want to come in again. You want to come in tight. So I'll show you. I'll show you here. So you want to be here. So you kind of want to go down with some momentum.
Okay.
All right. And when you go down, you kick up and then kick through.
I just kind of don't want him to know what's coming.
Oh.
I'm going to be like, I don't know what to say, but something like, I'm just, hanging out with Tony Horton. You never know what's going to happen. He might just go, donkey kick. Just kind of like sudden.
Oh, all right.
Like,
all right.
It's like, so walk into it. Can you show me how to walk into it?
Yeah, so I walk into it.
This is gonna, if I fall, it'll be even better, right?
Yeah.
The drama. People love the drama.
Okay.
Yeah, just walk into it.
Tony Horton, and then just before you know it. Oh, I did this, man, with the stuff on.
Yeah, it's a little hard.
Okay. But when you want us to keep tight, you don't want to go to that plank position, or it's because it makes it harder.
So here's what I'm thinking. Yours into plank, plyo flip. Plyo flip.
Oh, beautiful.
Let's go.
All right.
All right.
I have no idea how this all works out, man.
Me too. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you're not taking risks, who knows?
Hey, man.
You know, I'm not known for my athleticism on stage, right?
No, but you know, smiling.
like this.
Oh, that was nice.
This here, then hey.
That's beautiful.
I mean, look at all this stuff you need before a speech. I mean, who would have thought it, you know? You can't come in this far, though.
Good here, there's enough metric volume of air.
I have the pleasure of introducing Mr. Brendan Burchard. Yes, there you go. Now, Brendan is a personal friend. He and I co-created my course, Living Large, and he's smart, he's thoughtful, he's funny, he's authentic, he's truthful, and he's one of the best at what he does in his business. And I kind of Googled some of his credits, so I just kind of, for those of you who don't know who he is, I want to let you know this man's journey and how much he's accomplished. Brendan is one of the most watched and quoted and followed persons in personal development history. He is the author of not one, but 3 New York Times best-selling books, including The Motivation Manifesto. He is the top 100 most followed public figures on Facebook with over 10 million fans on all of his pages. His personal development videos have been seen by over 100 million people. 2 million students, myself being one of them, and maybe some of you as well, have taken one of his online courses. And there are tens of thousands of people who have attended his live seminars all around the world. He's a P90X grad, loves Beachbody and what we do, and it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Brendan Burchard, everybody.
You can make it if you try. You can make it if you try. You can make it if you
And what I'd like to share with you is the 5 personal musts for motivation and success. Jump right in because I think it's so important to get to these points. For those who have families, you love them. Just love them with everything you got. You know? Well, I would have never got to meet people like this. Me, a kid from Butte, Montana. They're so driven, and they have high ambitions, and not just for you, but for themselves and their families, for me even. They both raise my game as much as I try to raise them, and I love hanging out with them. You're hanging out with Tony Horton or Celine, you never know what they're going to do. They're going to surprise you because they always got a big dream for you. They're going to challenge you to do something. You can be hanging out with Tony Horton, and just walk along and be like, boom! Celine, off y'all!
second chance somehow. Yeah, look around the room. Look around the room. Most of us have gotten that. It was knocked me out cold. I'm screaming. I don't think I'm what I'm supposed to do. I don't pull my thing.
Couldn't do anything wrong after you got me up there.
I told her. Oh. Great job.
This is cool. I love these LEDs. Look at all the power back here to get this thing going. And they got stickies on the way in and out. I think sometimes right before an event, especially like right now, if I haven't slept or I've traveled in, there's lots of expectations. It's just like, I feel really grounded in gratitude to get to walk out on stage and talk to 10,000 people twice in one day, you know? It's a blessing. That's what I think. So.
There's more people in this room than were in the hometown that I grew up in. Is that true for any of you? Raise your hand. That's true for small towners out there. These 4 personal musts for motivation success. If you write them down and you remember, just with them every couple days, this could be that moment that you say, that's what I needed to hear. The last month's sales report. Some of you are living your dreams because maybe he left. Maybe the kids are out. How many know exactly what I'm talking about? Raise your hands. It's like here for you. It's right here for you. How many of you already have somebody in your life who they think you are crazy for being here? How many people think you're crazy? You're crazy! Something to celebrate! I felt life drain out, and I remember looking down feeling like I was going to pass out, and then I saw this glint. It was a reflection in the blood that was going off the hood of the car, and it made me look up. And there was this bright, big, beautiful moon that night. And this moon was so big, you wonder why the blueness is emanating, the whole sky is lit. When I understood this, everything changed. Everything changed. If you never heard my full story before, it kind of started for me. The reason I'm here with you is when I was a 19-year-old kid, I was in an accident, and it reset sort of the direction of my life. I had gone to the bricks or rocks they had put up to irrigate a nearby sugarcane field. I popped something, wham! I hit myself, and I could look there and see my sister swinging and smiling. And what you see is all these images in your life when you're surrounded by people that you care for, that you love, and it makes you wonder who you're going to miss. To believe. Be intentional. Jump. Be courageous. Fight for your family. Do that every day because you've been blessed with this opportunity, my friends. Go out there and earn this. It's been an honor to be with you here.
I feel great and grateful. 2, my mind immediately goes in after speech and I go, what could I have done better? You know, what could I have given better? What story could have landed better? Where was my energy? This one, you know, the audience gave a standing ovation. 10,000 people giving a standing ovation. You feel that, it's real. But also in your mind, if you know you're not at your best, and I'm not disappointed anyway, I'm super grateful. I'm just always, when I get off stage, I'm like I want that mastery process in my head going, okay, what else next time?
All right, so that's been my last couple weeks on the road sharing the message about high performance habits. Please support the book. If you've been wondering how to reach that next level of success, you need some new practices. You know, we all think that, well, it's certain kinds of people who get ahead and that maybe they're just lucky, but what we found from the research is it's not about a specific type of person or personality or strengths profile that makes someone successful at all. It's not about a specific type of person. It's about a specific set of practices. And in the book, you can see, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's these 6 habits. There's clarity, energy, necessity, productivity, influence, and courage. And those might sound like common sense, but it's not always common practice for people. And so if you really want to go to another level of life success, please look at your habits. Do a full audit, being like, how are you really spending your time? What are you really focusing on? What's really important to you? Because people want practices. They want to know, Brendan, what do I need to do specifically on a daily or weekly or monthly basis to succeed over the long term? And not just like financial success, which is important, or career success, which is important, but what's important about this book is it shows that you can succeed over the long term and be less stressed than your peers, happier than the average person, and that you can maintain your own well-being, health, and positive relationships as you succeed. Because a lot of us are scared that when we go to the next level, that it's going to make compromises on our family or our relationships or even our character. And it's just not that true. That there are ways to succeed over the long term that are replicable that you can do. And I say, if you're going to start any new habits, start the habits in this book. Because out of 100 different performance variables that we measured in the world's largest high performance study with data from over 190 countries, these 6 habits mattered the most in helping somebody succeed over the long term. So please check it out. If you want to go to the next level, you have to speak up more for what you really feel, what you really think, what you really need, what you desire, what your dreams are. Share them with the world. I never thought I'd be on private planes flying around the world. I'm this kid from a small town in Montana. I never thought I'd be on those big stages. I never thought I'd be working on my 6th book, my 3rd New York Times bestseller, I hope. I never imagined that for myself, but I also never limited my vision. Never limit your vision for tomorrow based on your current circumstances. I know you might be in struggle or challenge and really want to go to the next level, and it's been a hard road. Believe in yourself. Believe in your ability to figure things out. All you have to do is get a new set of habits that help you stay more focused on what matters and do a better job in those areas. And there's productivity strategies, there's influence strategies, there's ways of developing clarity and generating your energy so that you can sustain success over the long haul. That's what the book is about. That's what this tour has been about. And I hope that you'll support it. So if you've watched any of my videos before or enjoyed any of my books, please support High Performance Habits. It's my most important book, and that's all I'm doing is working 24/7 on planes, trains, automobiles, helicopters, trying to serve you and bring this message to the world. You don't have to be a specific type of person. You have to practice a specific set of practices. Practice these 6 practices, and you will get ahead in life. Thank you for your time, and I thought I'd just show you this beautiful view to end this video.
Well, what do you mean? He goes, well, you're one of those guys. I said, I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean. He goes, you're one of those guys who is yet to learn to listen through the fear.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my new podcast, The Brendan Show. It's available on iTunes and Stitcher and wherever else you get your podcasts. And it's the exclusive place where I share my thoughts about life, about current events, about what I'm going through, about my advice for you as you seek to live an even more extraordinary life. It's called The Brendan Show, and it's available anywhere you get your podcasts, so make sure you subscribe. And if you're ready to take your life to a whole new level, make sure you grab my book, High Performance Habits, How Extraordinary People Become That Way. It's available on Amazon right now. And when you order your copy, you're really supporting my channel and the message. And you're also getting a book that will reveal to you 20 years of my research into what is it that helps people go to a new level of success in their life. What does it really take? What habits are proven to help you reach long-term success in your career, your health, your personal life, your relationships? It's called High Performance Habits, How Extraordinary People Become That Way. It's available on Amazon right now. And finally, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you get notifications every time I release a new video. And by subscribing, you support me, my message, and this channel. So I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you hit subscribe.